Humans rule Earth without competition, but we are about to create something that may change that. Our last invention, the most powerful tool, weapon, or maybe even entity, artificial superintelligence. This sounds like science fiction, so let's start at the beginning. Intelligence is the ability to learn, reason, acquire knowledge and skills, and use them to solve problems. Intelligence is power, and we're the species that exploited it the most, so much so that humanity broke the game of nature and took control. But the journey there wasn't straightforward. For most animals, intelligence costs too much energy to be worth it. Still, if we track intelligence in the tree of species over time, we can see lots of diverse forms of intelligence emerge. The earliest brains were in flatworms 500 million years ago, just a tiny cluster of neurons to handle basic body functions. It took hundreds of millions of years for species to diversify and become more complex. Life conquered new environments, gained new senses, and had to contend with fierce competition over resources. But in nature, all that matters is survival, and brains are expensive, so for almost all animals, narrow intelligence, fit for a narrow range of tasks, was enough. In some environments, animals like birds, octopuses, and mammals evolved more complex neural structures. For them, it paid off to have more energy-consuming skills like advanced navigation and communication. Until 7 million years ago, when the hominins emerged. We don't know why, but their brains grew faster than their relatives. Something was different about their intelligence. Very slowly, it turned from narrow to general, from a screwdriver to a multi-tool able to think about diverse problems. 2 million years ago, Homo erectus saw the world differently from anyone before, as something to be understood and transformed. They controlled fire, invented tools, and created the first culture. We probably emerged from them around 250,000 years ago with an even larger and more complex brain. It enabled us to work together in large groups and to communicate complex thoughts. We used our intelligence to improve our lives, to ask how things worked and why things are the way they are. With each discovery, we asked more questions and pushed forward, preserving what we learned, outpacing what evolution could do with genes. Knowledge builds on knowledge. Progress was slow at first and then sped up exponentially. Agriculture, writing, medicine, astronomy, or philosophy exploded into the world. 200 years ago, science took off and made us even better at learning about the world and speeding up progress. 35 years ago, the internet age began. Today, we live in a world made to suit our needs, created by us for us. This is incredibly new. We forget how hard it was to get here, how enormous the steps on the intelligence ladder were, and how long it took to climb them. But once we did, we became the most powerful animal in the world in a heartbeat. But we may be in the process of changing this. We are building machines that could be better at the very thing that gave us the power to conquer the planet, humanity's final invention. Artificial intelligence, or AI, is software that performs mental tasks with a computer, code that uses silicon instead of neurons to solve problems. In the beginning, AI was very simple. Lines of code on paper, mere proofs of concept to demonstrate how machines could perform mental tasks. Only in the 1960s did we start seeing the first examples of what we would recognize as AI, a chatbot in 1964, a program to sort through molecules in 1965. Slow, specialized systems requiring experts to use them. Their intelligence was extremely narrow, built for a single task inside a controlled environment. The equivalent of flatworms a billion years ago, doing the minimum amount of mental work. Progress in AI research paused several times when researchers lost hope in the technology. But just like changing environments create new niches for life, the world around AI changed. Between 1950 and 2000, computers got 1 billion times faster, while programming became easier and widespread. In 1972, AI could navigate a room. In 1989, it could read handwritten numbers, but it remained a fancy tool, no match for humans. Until in 1997, an AI shocked the world by beating the world champion in chess, proving that we could build machines that could surpass us. But we calmed ourselves because a chessbot is quite stupid. Not a flatworm, but maybe a bee, only able to perform a specialized, narrow task. But in this narrow task, it is so good that no human will ever again beat AI at chess. As computers continued to improve, AI became a powerful tool for more and more tasks. In 2004, it drove a robot on Mars. In 2011, it began recommending YouTube videos to you. But this was only possible because humans broke down problems into easy-to-digest chunks that computers could solve quickly, until we taught AIs to teach themselves. This is not a technical discussion, so we are massively oversimplifying here. In a nutshell, the sheer power of supercomputers was combined with the almost endless data collected in the information age to make a new generation of AI. AI experts began drastically improving forms of AI software called neural networks. Enormously huge networks of artificial neurons that start out being bad at their tasks. They then used machine learning, an umbrella term for many different training techniques and environments that allows algorithms to write their own code and improve themselves. The scary thing is that we don't exactly know how they do it and what happens inside them, just that it works, and that what comes out the other end is a new type of AI, a capable black box of code. These new AIs could master complex skills extremely quickly with much less human help. They were still narrow intelligences, but a huge step up. In 2014, Facebook AI could identify faces with 97% accuracy. In 2016, an AI beat the best humans in the incredibly complex game of Go. In 2018, a self-learning AI learned chess in 4 hours just by playing against itself, and then defeated the best specialized chess bot. Since then, machine learning has been applied to reading, image processing, solving tests, and much more. Many of these AIs are already better than humans for whatever narrow task they were trained, but they still remained a simple tool. AI still didn't seem that big of a deal for most people. And then came the chatbot ChatGPT. The work that went into it is massive. It trained on nearly everything written on the internet to learn how to handle language, which it now does better than most people. It can summarize, translate, and help with some math problems. It is incredibly more broad than any other system just a few years ago, not crushing any single benchmark, but all of them at once. Many large tech companies are spending billions to build powerful competitors. AI is already transforming customer service, banking, healthcare, marketing, copywriting, creative spaces, and more. AI-generated content has already taken hold of social media, YouTube, and news websites. Elections are expected to be inundated by propaganda and misinformation. No one is sure how much good or harm can come from adopting AI everywhere. Change is scary. There will be winners and losers. One of the biggest questions governments and corporations have now is how to manage the transition to an AI-boosted economy. All these potential gains or risks are just the result of today's AI. ChatGPT's intelligence is a major step up, but it remains narrow. While it can write a great essay in seconds, it doesn't understand what it is writing. But what if the AIs stopped being narrow? General AI. What makes humans different from current AI is our general intelligence. Humans can technically absorb any piece of knowledge and start working on any problem. We're great at many very different skills and tasks, from playing chess to writing or solving science puzzles. Not equally, of course. Some of us are experts in some fields and beginners in others, but we can technically do all of them. In the past, AI was narrow and able to become good at one skill, but was rather bad in all the others. Simply by building faster computers and pouring more money into AI training will get us new, more powerful generations of AI. But what if the next step for AI is to become a general intelligence like us, an AGI? If the AI improvement process continues as it has been, it is not unlikely that AGI could be better in most or even all skills than humans can do. We don't know how to build AGI, how it will work, or what it will be able to do. Since narrow AIs today are capable of mastering one mental task quickly, AGI might be able to do the same with all mental tasks. So even if it starts out stupid, an AGI might be able to become as smart and capable as a human. While this sounds like science fiction, most AI researchers think this will happen sometime this century, maybe already in a few years. Humanity is not ready for what will happen next, not socially, not economically, not morally. Earlier, we defined intelligence as the ability to learn, reason, acquire knowledge and skills, and use them to solve problems. All things humans excel at. An AGI as intelligent as even an average human would already disrupt modern civilization because they are not bound by the same limitations as we are. Today's AIs like ChatGPT already think and solve the tasks they were made for. at least 10 times faster than even very skilled humans. Maybe AGI will be slower, but it may also be faster, maybe much faster. And since AGIs are software, you could copy them or even run multiple copies in parallel and communicate between them. If you make 1,000 AGIs, you effectively created 1,000 new intelligences that can work together to solve a problem much faster. The speed at which AGI will work and improve will be limited only by computing power. Supercomputers today are expensive to build and run, but what if AGIs could figure out how to run more efficiently and with fewer resources, or build better ones? The trend for cheaper, faster, and more efficient hardware will continue. So AGIs may be able to operate millions of times faster than humans can. We don't even know what intelligence really is. There might be completely new ways of thinking that would be better at everything we do. Now let's be more speculative. Most researchers agree that the development of AGI is possible, and many think it will eventually lead to a superintelligence. An AGI able to improve itself and make itself more intelligent could reach a state where it is better at every single thing than humans. In that case, humans would lose all control. An AI able to learn and improve itself could become so good that no human will be able to understand or control it. Our position on top of the hierarchy of Earth's living beings would be in danger if this AI got out of hand. One popular concept to describe this moment is a runaway reaction, or intelligence explosion. Once an AI becomes smarter than the best of us, it will be able to improve itself quickly, leading to a loop of self-improvement until it reaches some upper limit. But even if this AI does not reach a level of intelligence where it can perform every task perfectly, it would still be a threat if it became smarter than the smartest human in key areas like technology, economy, or warfare. A superintelligence would likely transform the world much faster than any human could keep up with. This could be our best or worst invention. It could do things like ending diseases, poverty, and environmental damage, or even help with building a utopian world, or it could completely destroy us and everything we care about if it doesn't align with our values or goals. It is likely that AI alignment, the task of making sure AI does what we want it to do, will become one of the most important questions in the coming years. The speed at which AI progresses today is accelerating, and many experts are concerned that there is not enough time to figure out how to make AGI safe and aligned with human values before it reaches dangerous levels. Unfortunately, the only thing we can be sure of is that we don't know what will happen next. This is all very speculative, and there are many differing opinions on how AGI and superintelligence will come about and what their impact on the world will be. However, one thing is clear: we must be careful in how we develop AI. We should aim to understand its potential and risks better before moving forward. It's also important for society as a whole to have a say in how AI is developed and used. But it is also a challenge to slow down AI progress and limit its potential harms while still allowing for innovation. Ultimately, we're at the beginning of a new era in human history. We've been the most intelligent beings on Earth for a long time, but that might soon change. The potential for AGI and superintelligence to radically alter our world is immense, and it's something that we must approach with caution, humility, and a deep sense of responsibility. Thank you for watching AI Fusion Hub channel, and stay tuned, stay connected. Please subscribe to my channel.